Hello, welcome to today's teaching on AI conversation you will actually use. For some time now, we've been teaching AI terminologies, meaning of AI, and so many other things we have taught. Today, we are looking at how to have a good conversation or how you can actually use AI conversation to make your work a whole lot easier. And we are going to be looking at 20 different conversations taken from 10 different areas or 10 different fields. And of course, we are going to see my talk method of conversing with AI put to work. We remember the talk method is in my book. I've also done a lot of teaching on it. You tell AI who it should be, in other words, give it a role. Then A, ask with clarity. Tell it the task you need it to do in the role you have given it to play. And then L, load the relevant context. In other words, give AI the background information, all the information the AI needs in order to carry out that task in the role that it is playing. And finally, know your desired outcome. What do we intend to see at the end of the day? Tell it to your AI. All of this forms part of a meaningful conversation. So when you use the talk method to converse with AI, AI can literally handle anything for you. So let's go into productivity, personal productivity. Using the talk method, how can you use the talk method and communicate with AI so that AI can help you in your productivity? So productivity one, or personal productivity one, we'll look at planning your day. So the conversation is something like this. This is what you're going to write or type or tell the AI, either you're recording with your voice or you're typing. You are an experienced productivity coach. Organize my task, available hours, and 3 priorities into a realistic schedule with breaks and room for interruption. You see what you have done? Now let's break it down. You are an experienced productivity coach. That is T. You are now, you have told your personal assistant, this is AI acting as your personal assistant, and you've now told the AI who he is. He is a personal productivity coach, right? Now we come to ask. In other words, ask it to do a task. Organize my task. That is the A in the talk method. Available hours and 3 priorities into realistic schedule with breaks and room for interruption. This is not the background that you fed it. You want it not just to organize your task, but you want it to organize it and also prioritize it. Not just prioritizing it, also give rooms for interruptions in case something comes in between. Okay, so with this now, AI will just organize and in a jiffy, bring it out for you. Now, let's look at personal productivity too. You want an organized week. The same way, using the talk method, you tell the AI, you are an executive productivity coach. Use my appointments, deadlines, family commitments, and goals to create a balanced week for work, learning, exercise, family, and rest. You have to know that before you get to this level, the AI already understands you as a person. There is already that personal relationship that is already pre-existing between you and your personal assistant. Because this is AI acting as your personal assistant. The AI already knows you, knows your work schedule, knows your family life, knows most things for this AI to be able to organize your week for you. If the AI doesn't have a prior knowledge of who you are, what you do, what your schedule look like, what your work look like, what your family look like, and so on, definitely it's going to be difficult for the AI to understand. So if you haven't watched my previous video, please check through my channel. I've been teaching a lot from, these are just the introductory aspects. I wouldn't want to repeat it. I want to assume that you have been watching all other videos. So we come to business and entrepreneurship. This is another field, field 2. Now you want to discover a business idea. How do you use your personal assistant, your brainstorming partner, to discover a business idea? Now you go to your AI, either you're using ChatGPT or you're using Claude or Gemini or Capilot, whatever, whichever one you are using. But my top pick is always ChatGPT. Why? Because it communicates more like human, followed by Claude. Claude is good for complex ideas. So let's go back. I'm not repeating it. All of this, I have taught it in my previous video. So you tell the AI, you are an experienced business coach. Using my skills, interest, experience, and startup capital, recommend 5 realistic business ideas and identify the best place to begin. Now and again, like I said, this your personal assistant must have known a lot about your activities, right? Already understands your skills, already knows your area of interest, already knows your experience, already knows whether you have $1, $20, $1,000, $5,000 as a startup capital. Like I remembered how I started my digital online business, how I started my online business. I came to my AI and I told my AI, I want the fastest digital product I can create within a shortest of time that is in high demand. And before I know it, it gave me a whole lot, including coloring materials, journals and things. I said, but after listening everything, it told me, for you, because of what you're already doing and what you're into, these are the ones that most align with what you are already doing. Right? That was how I got to write about 6 books in months, in less than a year. But remember, I know some of those books were already in the pipeline. But as a result of this particular thing I just told us now, more ideas came because as I was writing one of the books, that particular book gave birth to another book. And as I was doing this, that was also how my book, AI for Everyday Life, a beginner's guide. That was how I also wrote that book. It was from this very conversation. Okay. So before you know it, it's going to give you business ideas and then list everything. Then number 2, for business and entrepreneurship, let's assume you don't even know your brand, your niche or anything. You're just starting. So you want to discover your niche. Now you type and tell your AI, you are a branding strategist. Review my experience, my expertise, my interest, and the people I have helped. Recommend 3 niches, their ideal audience, and the strongest long-term option. I also did this, like I told us, when I was also wondering if I have a niche at all. What is my niche? Who needs my product? I did this. I used my brainstorming partner, my personal assistant, and it was able to help me to narrow down everything and those that actually needs my product. So this is one of the ways you can do that. Everything now is at your fingertips. In those days, you have to consult a consultant to teach you this, but I'm teaching it free of charge. All I need is a thank you. And how do you say the thank you? By liking my channel, subscribing to the channel, and sharing this with somebody who needs to watch it. Thank you. So we go to field 3, content creation. So assuming now you know your niche, you know what you're doing, you know your business already, and you want to create content, right? So the first one here, we'll look at generating a content idea. You now tell the AI, you are an experienced content strategist. My niche is this, you mention your niche. What is your niche? Then my audience is this. Who are your audience? Dash, dash, dash. Who are your audience? Fill it up. And then their biggest challenge are dash. What are their challenges? You need to know your audience, know their challenge. If you don't know how to discover your niche again, I also wrote a book, Passion to Profit, book 1 and 2. That one helps you in your niche discovery, on your passion discovery, and then help you on how to set up your digital business, everything from A to Z, all that you need. So also check on my website that I'm going to drop at the end of this video in the description box. You will see that website where you can have access to a lot of my materials, free materials, books, and teachings that will help you. So, generate 50 ideas that educate, inspire, and encourage action. The AI will also do this. Or probably you want to write a YouTube script. You want to do a YouTube video like I am doing this video now on YouTube, but mind you, this one wasn't scripted. But sometimes or most times I script my videos. There are the kind of video you want to do, especially short videos you want to capture interest, you script it. But this one, I'm just teaching from my slides. Write a YouTube script. Sorry, you tell the AI, you are an experienced YouTube script writer. Create a warm, practical script about dash. You have to let the AI know what do you want the AI to create, what kind of script do you want it to create. Then include a powerful hook, clear teaching points, relatable examples, and a compelling call to action. You see, compelling call to action could be download a free this, like, share. All those are actions you can tell the AI to include in the scripts. Now we come to learning and education. The first one here under learning and education, we have understand a difficult topic. Assuming you're studying a difficult topic and you are not understanding it and you want to understand it, what do? You go to your personal assistant and you type, you are an experienced teacher who simplifies difficult ideas. Help me understand dash. Use simple language, everyday example, and practical illustration. You could say, teach me compound interest. You could say, teach me educate me more about refinancing or car refinancing, or educate me about mortgage. It can be anything at all, and it's going to give you, and especially when you tell it to explain it like you are 10 years old, that's the one I love to use. It will break it down in a way that you like, is this so this complex idea, this is how simple it is. Then you're preparing for an exam, right? You want to prepare for an exam. You now say, you are an academic coach. My subject is dish, maybe is dash. Maybe your subject is English or biology or chemistry or mathematics, whatever it is, you put it there. My examination date is this. And my difficult areas are, you mention them. Create a study schedule, identify priorities, and provide practical questions. I'm telling you, it's going to just give it the topic you want, direction and guidance. It is going to, in a jiffy, it's going to provide it for you. Honestly, with AI, children or students shouldn't be failing any exam. I have used AI when I was doing one of my certification program. I had a lot going on for me, but with my assistant, it was easy for me to do that program. Finished it and came out with honors, right? AI is not writing for you, but is helping you even teach you better, much better than your own teacher or lecturer would have done. Personal finance. How do you use AI in your personal finance? Let's look at two scenarios. One is creating a personal budget or compare financial offers. Okay. So number one, create a personal budget. You tell it, you are a personal finance coach. Using my income, of course, your AI should know your income. Fixed expenses, you should also have been able to let it know these are the places you spend your money on. Variable expenses and goals. Create a monthly budget that covers my needs. Build savings and reduce waste. AI is going to use all the information. Your personal assistant is going to use all the information you have given it to create a budget plan, a beautiful personal budget plan for you. Scenario 2, compare financial offers. Maybe you have a lot of financial offers, like there was, okay, before I go into my own personal experience, you tell the AI, you are a financial analyst. Compare these offers by advantages, disadvantages, total cost, and long-term impact. Explain them simply so I can make an informed decision. Let me now tell you guys something. This particular topic, this particular point you're reading now came from my discussion with my personal assistant when I wanted to do my car refinancing. I was able to carry everything, uploaded all the information, all the offers, I uploaded it to it, and then we brainstormed together. It was through that brainstorming together that it was able to compare offers by advantages and disadvantages, looked at total cost, because this was a discussion I had with it. I tell it, this is what they are offering, but looking at it, I've checked the total cost. I'm going to spend more at the end of the day, even though my monthly payment, yes, it's going to come down, but on the totality of it, I'm going to pay more. So this discussion is as a result of the discussion I already had with my AI in time past. Now, while I was by the way, it is my AI that prepared this slide. I no longer prepare slides. Days are gone when I sit endlessly preparing slides, right? I just give it an instruction. Load my book and tell it, like this week I said, I want to teach from chapter 6 of my book that has to do with AI conversations. That chapter 6 deals with 100 AI conversations. I said from the 100 AI conversations, we're going to look at 10 different fields, pick 2 per field. Okay? Because that AI is, yes, it has 10 fields, but each of them have 10 scenarios in each. So this thing you're reading on is directly from my book. I didn't open that book to start creating these slides. No. My AI already have, that is when I taught us about AI terminologies. I talked about knowledge base. I said knowledge base is about, it's like a library. Knowledge base is a library where you store all the informations on the AI, and when you need it, it goes there to get the information. So AI already have a copy of that book. I said, I want to speak from chapter 6 of the book. And this is, I don't want too much. This is where you're going to stop. And in less than 10 minutes, my personal assistant prepared these slides. I haven't even opened these slides, funny enough, for the first time. After I've opened it for the first time, looked through it to make sure there are no mistakes and it's what I intended. I posted it as a carousel on Tuesday, and I'm now teaching it, because usually every Tuesday I share carousels. So those carousels, my AI prepares it, I share it when I go through it and see that, yes, it is okay. And then I'm now teaching it now. But after sharing it on Tuesday, I didn't sit back to go study it or study this thing, because I've looked at it and know that, yeah, these are the things that are in my book. So this, sorry I deviated a little, but I'm trying to tell you the power of what AI can do. All this logo you're looking at, these colors, these are my brand colors. My AI already know my brand kits and knows my logo. But it was not easy for my AI to be conversant with my logo. The logo gave it a tough time. Claude, it couldn't even get the logo at all. Now I trained ChatGPT over and over and over until it became conversant and knew how to use, and knew the exact way my logo is. ChatGPT, Claude couldn't get it. So that is also when we talk, the area when we talk about both machine learning and deep learning. So that is where it comes in. I won't repeat these things. I already taught them in my previous video. So we go to career and employment. Scenario 1, discover the right career. You want to discover the right career. You don't know which career you should pursue. You go to your AI. What do you tell the AI? You are an experienced career counselor. Review my education, experience, strength, interest, and goals. Recommend career path that aligns with who I am and the work I enjoy. Remember, like I said, for AI to be able to answer this question well, you would have had a personal relationship, or even as you tell it, it's still gonna ask you for places that it's lost. It will ask you few questions in order to understand you more, in case both of you haven't had that deep relationship. Then improve my resume. You are my experienced recruiter. You are an experienced recruiter. Compare my resume with this job description. Strengthen it. Highlight my academic achievements and demonstrate my value while keeping everything honest and accurate. It will also help you. Like I've done a lot of, when I was applying for jobs, I don't sit down writing resume. For every new job I apply, I use AI to tailor down my resume to fit into that particular job. Why? Because my personal assistant or my career assistant already knows my qualifications and every damn thing. So in a jiffy, all I need is to uplift the application and bring it and say, this is what I have applied for. It will go through it all and even tell me why it's a good fit for me, if I should go on or not, that is a good fit or is not, or tell me this is where you might have challenges. And at the end, I'll like draft a resume to suit this, and it will, before you know it, it will draft it. These are things you will spend hours doing. But with AI, you can do these things I mean, on a snap of a finger. The same thing goes with when I am preparing for interviews. The same thing. I get the company name and we rehearse together to tell me this is the expectation, this is the expectation. So there's a whole lot. I don't want this video to take for too long, so I'm trying to rush it. But there is a whole lot AI can actually help you achieve if you know how to use it, if you know how to hold a meaningful conversation with it. And if you still don't know how to hold a meaningful conversation, please get my book on AI for everyday life. It breaks it down in the simplest of ways. Once you can read that book and understand it, you can literally send AI on any errand and it will do it for you. Family and everyday life. Scenario 1, organize our family schedule. You are a family organization coach. Use our work, school, appointment, and conflicts to create a balanced weekly schedule that reduces stress and improves communication. Now, that means this one has gone beyond you. You have to know if you're a mother, a wife, and so on. You have to know the schedule of each and every one of them. You have them, let them give you their schedule and your own. You bring everything together. With that, is able to strike a balance so that you people will have a particular time set out for family. Okay. Or you say plan healthy family meals. It can also help you plan family meals. You now tell it you are a family nutrition coach using our family size food preferences, dietary restrictions, and weekly budget. Create a healthy 7-day meal plan and simple shopping list. It will also do that for you. Like the other day, I went to bake meat pie. I've been doing meat pie, by the way, but I'm just like, let me see what this my assistant can tell me. I said, as a chef, I want to do a crunchy meat pie By the time I just said, look at the ingredients I have available, these are the ingredients. Before I know it, it has given me the flour measurement, the measurement that I need, and even it told me that it is the Nigerian crunchy meat pie. That means there are many, many meat pie, but the Nigerian meat pie is the best. And if you haven't tested Nigerian meat pie, try to test one and you will love it. So as I'm talking to you now, that meat pie is sitting right in my freezer, and every day I pick out one, warm it, microwave it, and use it to have my beverage in the morning as my breakfast. Rich, when I mean rich, with vegetables and so many vegetables, fresh meat, not the packaged meat, fresh meat that I prepared myself. So these are the things that this AI assistant can help you achieve. Travel and planning. This is another area I use it a lot. Number one, plan my trip. You are an experienced travel consultant. Using my destination, dates, budgets, travelers, and a requirement. Create a plan covering transportation, accommodation, estimated cost, itinerary, and parking. All of this is what the AI is going to help you plan. AI helped me a lot to plan. Like next month, I have a program coming up, a 5 days program. My AI already knows about my 5 days program and has already planned my day. I already uploaded it with the details of the event and the time of the event so that it's able to know in between times that I am free for other things. Okay. Then find the best hotel. Still the same thing. My AI helps me a lot when it comes to locating hotels and hotels that I need. Once I let it know this is it, tell it everything it needs to know, it will just help me and give me, after everything, to prioritize them. This is why this is preferable to this, knowing who I am and what I like, and then my budget. It will just give you every up-to-date information. Okay. So we go to conversation 9, leadership and communication. You want to become a better leader. What do? You tell your AI, you are an experienced leadership coach. Based on my role, challenges, and desired leadership style, create a development plan with daily habits, books, exercises, and measurable milestones. Of course, it is again going to make this possible. Or you say, prepare a wonderful speech. Okay. You want it to prepare a wonderful speech. What do? You tell it to prepare the speech. You go this way. You are an experienced keynote speaker. Help me prepare a speech for. You let them know what the speech for, who are the audience, and so on and so forth. Include a strong opening, memorable stories, practical lessons, audience interactions, and an inspiring conclusion. Again, AI will help you prepare your speech. And then finally, the last but not the least, creativity and personal growth. You want to discover your purpose. You are not sure of what you are called to do as a person. Now you go to your personal assistant and you tell it, you are an experienced life purpose coach. Review my experiences, strength, passion, and problems I feel to solve. Identify themes and opportunities that may point towards my purpose. Again, it's going to help you. And then finally, develop a great mindset. You are a mindset coach based on my limiting beliefs, goals, and experiences. Recommend daily exercises, affirmations, reflection questions, and habits that build confidence and resilience. Also, it will help you create this and build this. Want to discover more AI topics, more AI conversations, not topics, but rather conversation. So you can discover all 100 practical AI conversations, or from organizing your life, build your business, learn, create, plan, lead, and grow with greater confidence. All of this can be found in my book, AI for Everyday Life. Look at the picture. This is exactly how it is, because there are a lot of this book on Amazon. the same title, AI for Everyday Life, so you don't get confused. So this is how mine looks like, and the name on it is Emanuela Emmanuel. If you don't find Emanuela Emmanuel, it's not my book, so you don't buy the wrong book. So save this carousel and also share this with someone who needs to hear it. In the description box, I have also put AI Beginner's Guide to understanding and using artificial intelligence. I've also included my website for you to purchase a digital copy of this book. If you want the digital copy, it's cheaper on my website. It's going to be a little bit like you're going to save $2 from whatever you get it from Amazon. The same goes with the paperback. You can get the paperback from Amazon, but if you are in Georgia and you would want me to send you, you want to buy it directly, you also let me know, and I will send it directly to you, autographed copy in my own hands, stamped. So let's continue our journey next week on AI. And by the way, next week lesson is going to be the last lesson on AI, and we're going to move into something else. Thank you.